They should know. So it's just exciting. I mean, it's part of what everyone is, looks forward to in the fall. Not me, but Sunday Night Football. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, everybody wants to see me. They really probably don't care.
So the last couple of years, and I know you do this in Nashville, and obviously you did it on our website, but you pick each game every single week.
Yes.
And you are better than most experts, and you definitely have a prowess. So tell us why you're so good at picking games.
I'm probably so good at picking games because I don't bet money. It's not about a bet. It's just I look at who's playing and I go with my gut feeling. Sometimes I have no idea why. I don't look at stats. I don't look at the week before, nothing like that. I just kind of, whatever hits me in the gut when I first look at the team, then that's who I choose.
Is there certain teams that you won't pick against, or certain players you wouldn't pick against that you really like?
Well, not so much players, but I used to never choose a team over the Tennessee Titans, and I did it.
The rest of my life with.
What NBC did to the voice competition shows, they will do to the relationship shows. What's more important than love?
I would love to fall in love here.
People in the audience are going to engage in the process. It's so hard to date anybody today, I know. The sifting through the skeezy people and the hot girls and the douchebags. It's just going to be so fun to watch and at the same time real, because when it comes to love, you have to be authentic.
And now, a word from
Thing was high stakes.
I don't think I need 10 words to describe this show. I can do it in 4. Hannibal's Hungry, Hungry Homicides. We're bringing one of cinema's most iconic villains to television in a way that you haven't seen in any of the movies. We get to see him before he was incarcerated, when he was a practicing psychiatrist and a practicing cannibal. It's in treatment, but you're on the menu. Every villain needs a foil, and for Hannibal Lecter, that foil is Will Graham. He is alone in this world, and so we are building this relationship between these two, a bromance, if you will, that will bring them together. Just how dangerously close, you'll have to tune in to see. I feel very strongly that the American audience is hungry for a character like Hannibal Lecter.
You can't pay people to run into burning buildings. It's a higher calling.
This house is special because it has a rescue squad. They're like the best of the best.
Do it. You're gonna put a trailer on, they're gonna see Beth talking to God, and then my really cute husband's gonna come in the door and be like, what? You're talking to God? That is crazy. And I'm gonna be like, you're right. It definitely is. But that girl needs to have better sex. The audience is gonna be, whoa, did she just say that? And I'm gonna say, no, I didn't just say that, God did. Listen, if you wanna be entertained, you want to come to your television, sit down, crack a beer, or the back of your kid's head, depends on how they're behaving, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Everybody is talking about what constitutes a quote-unquote normal family. I think people want answers to that question, and I think that title applies to everybody. It's from the network that really broke a lot of boundaries with Will and Grace. The idea, even when we were writing it, is what would the people at Will and Grace be dealing with in 2012, and I think this is the issue they would have been going through.
I'm excited about the chance to work with Allison. It's gonna be kind of like CJ and Monk are married and living together. Who wouldn't want to see that?
CJ Craig, Adrian Monk. Doing it. It's kind of like one of those shows, sort of like when you try to explain Seinfeld. You can't really explain what it's about. You just have to see it. You just have to watch it.
If I had to describe Friday Night Dinner as a mashup between 2 shows, I couldn't do it.
My Dinner with Andre meets There Will Be Blood.
It would have to be 3 shows minimum. Sons of Anarchy, The 700 Club, and C-SPAN 2. But funny and Jewish.
And that's what the show is about, in a nutshell.